He lost his tariff fight and announced a 10% global tariff, but what if he knew it was doomed to fail all along? And in that failure, his billionaire Commerce Secretary's family is positioned to profit billions from it. Let's talk about the Supreme Court's decision to strike down his tariffs, how Howard Lutnick championed them from inside this administration despite his family betting on them to fail, and what comes next. Let's get into it. So the Supreme Court handed Trump an L today by ruling 6-3 that he illegally slapped tariffs on nearly every country using his 1970s emergency powers law. Chief Justice John Roberts made it clear that the Constitution gives Congress, not the president, the power to place any tariffs. And in response, he claimed the Supreme Court is being run by foreign influencers, that they are an embarrassment to their family, and they are barely invited to his State of the Union address. You know, the regular temper tantrum stuff. And despite the loss, Trump has stated that he will not be refunding tariffs and basically said, see you in court if you want to recoup your part of the $175 billion back. He also said that countries can somehow expect to see higher tariffs. Now, his billionaire Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, has been Trump's biggest cheerleader for these tariffs, appearing on every news channel to defend them as smart policy that would make America rich. But while he was championing them from inside the White House with direct access to the government's legal strategy and insider knowledge of how their lawyers rated their odds of winning, his family's old firm was betting that those same tariffs would fail, with his sons who took over Cantor Fitzgerald after Lutnick divested by handing them ownership, buying up all the rights to tariff refunds for pennies on the dollar. And now that the Supreme Court has ruled that those tariffs are illegal, those rights Cantor bought for as little as 25 cents could be worth 80 or 90 cents on the dollar. Now, this could result in a payout of billions. Now, despite the Supreme Court handing him a legal L, the guy in the White House isn't giving up on his threat to tax the American consumer. At a press conference after the ruling, he said the decision was incorrect, but promised to use different laws to keep the tariffs going. He's planning to use something called Section 122. Section 122 is a law from 1974 that lets a president temporarily slap tariffs on countries to fix trade deficits. But here's a catch. Those tariffs will expire after 150 days unless Congress votes to extend them. Now, whether Congress will or not in a midterm year is up to them.